I think it's important if we can take those moments of true authentic worship and we can capture them and put them in songs. Man, we don't need to convince people about God's love. They can experience it for themselves by just listening to a song, by just being part of a song, right? Hey guys, I'm Louis G.
And I'm Mrs. Louis G.
And we are here with our friend.
I'm Dr. Ryan.
Yes, and he is our chiropractor. And for all your chiropractic needs, you know, he's also a close friend. Yeah. We would recommend you come see him here in Hickory Grove.
Tell him what you do, Dr. Ryan.
Well, I align the spine. I help people that might be having pain in their neck or their mid back or their low back. Help people with car accidents, arthritis, sports injuries, and we do the traditional chiropractic adjustment, which can be done on the table with the traditional twist and turn, pop and crack. But a lot of people are uncomfortable with that. So if you are, we also have technology, it's computerized technology that helps us align the spine without the twist, turn, pop, or crack. It's very comfortable. You sit in a chair instead of having to lie down on the table. Pain-free and very effective.
Yes, so how can they get hold of you, Ryan?
Well, you can get a hold of me. We're located on the corner of West W.T. Harris and Hickory Grove Road. You can get in touch with us with a telephone call. Telephone number is 704-322-4700. You can find us on Facebook, it's Hickory Grove, and you can check out our website, which is hgchiropractic.com.
All right, for all your chiropractic needs, don't forget to go to hgchiropractic.com. And again, find Dr. Ryan at the corner of Hickory Grove Road and W.T. Harris here in Charlotte. We'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon. Good evening and welcome to the Release Your Sound Artist Development Program. We are doing songwriting and this is our fourth session and our conclusion to a whole month of talking about songwriting and how to write your own worship song. So just a quick recap. We've spoken a lot about, you know, how you birth an idea for a song. And if you're writing a worship song, if you ask any worship leader, they will tell you the best place to write that worship song would be to actually be worshiping and to birth it out of a place of worship. Because out of that place of encounter, number one, it's easy. It's very easy to write from that place where you're actually in the spot, where you actually feel the feelings and you are connecting with God in that deep, intimate way. Number two, it's authentic. When you have that amazing encounter with the Father and you put it in a song, that song will always carry that encounter. That song will always carry that moment. It will always carry that experience with it for everybody that hears it. So as a worship leader, I do want to ask you to worship, man. If you want to write worship songs, worship. Spend some time not just singing songs, not just singing other people's songs, but put on maybe just an instrumental track or something on YouTube. There's 100 of those. And then sing over it. Just pour out your love and affection to the Father and see what gets born out of that, you know? Those are always the best moments and the best worship songs. If we start our worship songs by worshiping. And then to take that one idea, just one idea, and write it into a chorus. Your chorus is the main theme of the song. Your chorus is the main hook, the main part that kind of keeps people interested and keep them interested in the song. So it's important that you spend some time to write a good chorus, right? And to make sure what you want to say is clear and concise and that it's not weird and confusing. You know, you want to have a strong chorus, something simple. I wrote a song on here. It was just like, you are so faithful. You are so faithful to me. So, and the whole idea is very simple. It's just you are so faithful to me. Now, I'm not saying every chorus has to be that simple, but simpler is almost always better. So, with that said, we spoke a little bit about creating choruses, creating hooks, how to use a melody to create interest in a certain part of the song. We said, you know, put the melody and the hook part or the emotional part at its most powerful place. The most powerful place is most often right before the chorus, before you hit that spot that you say everything you want to say. The other part is in the chorus. You know, either the first line of the chorus or the last line of the chorus. Those are the most powerful parts of songs, and the parts that have the most emotion and the deepest feeling connected to them. So those are the biggest emotional parts in a song. And then we went from there to asking the chorus questions in order to create content so that we can sculpt verses. And the verses is where we get all the detail for our songs, right? So I'm just doing a quick recap. I'm not going into details about this. We did this the last 3 weeks. And verse 1 is unique because it has to engage our audience, right? So you need to be very clever. The language and the detail you use when we are writing a first verse, how to grab somebody's attention and pull them into the song so they even care about the song. If they don't care about what you're singing, they're just gonna flick the channel, right? So verse 1 is crucially important. How you engage your audience and keep them interested. How you ask them questions and cause tension that leads them to the chorus, which is the answer, which is the ultimate result. All right, and then from there on we went to verse 2, which is way easier to write, but sometimes way harder because you used all the details and all the information in verse 1. And we've all done that. And we've had to go back and change up and, take stuff out of verse 1 because we just overshared. So that we can have a verse 2 that's not simpler or not similar to verse 1. Here's the important thing about verse 2. It has to take the song deeper. It has to reveal more details. It has to take your audience to a new place. It can't just be more of the same of verse 1. That's kind of a waste of space and wasting your audience's time as well, right? So from there we spoke a bit about the bridge. The bridge is one of my favorite parts, and the pre-chorus. So let's talk about the pre-chorus first. The pre-chorus is a nice spot. It's something that a song doesn't always need. If your verse naturally leads to the chorus, and if you have questions in the verse that naturally gets resolved in the chorus, man, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. But sometimes you've got this verse that shares all the details, but it doesn't quite give you a connection point to the chorus. And that's when you just inject or use a tool called the pre-chorus, which leads you to the chorus. And the pre-chorus can be a lot of fun, and if you use it right, it can add an enormous amount of tension that just builds the importance of the chorus even more. And that's great. So that's just a quick recap. And then the bridge can be either a supportive part that supports the chorus and gives a lot more of the answer to share, to expand on "You Are So Faithful," for instance. The chorus I wrote in this workshop. I can go deeper with why God is faithful, and He's more faithful than the morning, more faithful than the sun, more faithful than the seasons, more faithful than the tides, and I can just go on with that for a bridge. That would be a beautiful bridge, and it will support the message and the answer, which is in the chorus. Or the bridge can be the ultimate blindside, and it can really change the whole setting and the whole feel of the song by coming from a different angle. And Psalms uses this all the time. David is talking to the Lord, and he'll write in a psalm and he'll say, "Why have you left me?" So the chorus will be, "You're so faithful," and and then you come to this bridge. It will say, "I'm knocked down and left in the dust. I've got ash on my head. I just want to die. Oh God, do you even hear me? But yet, from the spit I'll rise. Because you are so faithful, you're so faithful." So you feel that tension that bridge brings, right? And that's what makes the bridge so beautiful, and what makes songwriting such a amazing art form. If you can grab people's attention with your words and with your melodies, and lead them to a place where they care about a chorus, or they care about the theme of the song as much as you do, that they are invested in even singing it with, that's great. And the bridge is also can be an anthemy kind of thing. You can like a short verse you can sing over and over, like a chant, especially with worship music. It's a perfect place to sing like, you are Yahweh, our provider, you are Yahweh, the same yesterday and forever, you are Yahweh. See, something like that, that'll lead you to a place in your bridge where everybody can sing along, your audience, especially in writing a worship song, the audience can engage and go deeper with you to, you are so faithful to me. So that's just our recap for what we've done the last 3 weeks, and we went real deep, and it was real fun. The thing is here that we've only scratched the surface about songwriting. We really shared a lot about songwriting and just, the structure, the basic structure of a song, which is something nobody ever told me as a young songwriter. I just kind of did what I thought was good to do. So I thought if I can give you guys this foundation, you'll have a way stronger platform to start building your songwriting career and start building amazing worship songs that will lead your church and your congregation into amazing encounters. And that's the main thing, guys. It's encountering God. If we write worship songs, what is our purpose? Is our worship song to show how great a vocalist we are? Is our worship song to maybe brag about how good God has been to us? Or is our worship song to complain about all the hardships we've been through? No. As a worshiper and a worship songwriter, our focus is on the people, is on the audience. Most songwriters and worship songwriters that you'll ever hear speak about songs and how to write songs, they'll mention this and they'll say, it's about your audience, your church members. What are you writing? When you write the song, you're writing it for them, from their perspective. So we are literally taking words and putting it in their mouths so that they can encounter God, because that's the prize at the end of the day. It's not just about singing together. It's not just about having goosebumps and feeling great because we've got some great friends at church. It's about encountering God. So when we write our songs, we must write, and this is the first lesson we did, we must write from that place of encounter, that place where we sit with the Father and just like, you are so faithful, you are so faithful to me, you are so faithful, you are so faithful indeed, you are so faithful, you are so faithful to me, so faithful. Have those moments when we sing these songs and we sing them to the Father, we start feeling stuff. We start feeling His presence. We start feeling the Spirit just breathing on emotions and on feelings and on lyrics and on words. And then we go with that. We go with that flow, and that's gonna help you write worship songs that will take your congregation and put them in that place of encounters. That's my desire. As a worship leader and somebody who desires to raise up a next generation of worship leaders, I'm always trying to get the kids and the people I teach to not just write a great song, write a song that will lead people to meet and encounter God. If they can stand face to face with the Father while they're singing your song, man, you've got a powerful song. If they can boldly come and pour out their hearts to the Father, confidently raising their hands in the air, singing at the top of their lungs, now you have a powerful song that lead people to a place that it's not just a great song that people will applaud and say, wow, that's pretty. That's the difference between us as worship songwriters and the pop music industry.
Come join us on August 31st in Fort Mill, South Carolina for the first ever Psalms 100 experience. This evening of connection, culture, and fun culminates in a unique personal encounter with our Heavenly Father that you will never forget. an experience that will breathe new life into our worship expression to the Father. Saturday, 31st of August, 7 p.m. See us at Remnant Church in Fort Mill, South Carolina with our favorite South African artist, Louis G, and guests. Come for the fun, enjoy the encounter, and leave with an experience you will never forget. Tickets are available at releaseyoursound.com for $15 per person or $20 at the door. We'll see you there.
Hi, this is Louis G,
And Jax,
host of Release Your Sound. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Release Your Sound.
And stay up to date on our live broadcast.
I'm going to count to 3 and then you just end it off.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.